Advantages of e-commerce. What are the advantages of e-commerce? The first advantages of e-commerce is the global scope. So we know that there is the drawbacks of the traditional commerce. So the traditional commerce is the limited for the local scope, or there is the some geographical, means that is the scope is local, but if we go by using the e-commerce, so ultimately we can purchase anything or we can buy and sell product. There should not be the geographical limitation to us. So one of the best example, suppose we want to purchase something from the Delhi, so if we use or if we go by using the traditional commerce, so ultimately there is a very tedious task to go there and purchase whatever the things you want to purchase. Instead of that, if you use the e-commerce, so now you can just order it by sitting on your place. So ultimately we can call it is the global scope. Next is the electronic transaction. E-commerce is support the electronic transaction, so there is no need to carry the cash with us. So there is again lots of troubles we have faced whenever we are we are having the cash with us. So whatever the cash we are, there is no need to stay, or there is a no need to transfer by using the particular cash with us. We can done the payment by using the electronically. So whatever the data or whatever the money we want to transfer, we can done it is by using the multiple electronic devices. Next is the cost saving. So the cost saving means, suppose we are taking the example, if you want to purchase the watch and the price of the watch, if you compare that watch with the another, if the colors and whatever your requirement is satisfied by the same watch, but the price of that watch is less than which is you already search, we can compare our product with the several product, and ultimately we go to the product having the cheaper rate. So in this way we can save the cost. Okay. Next is anytime shopping. So this is very important option is available in the e-commerce. We can done the shopping at any time. There is a no time limitation for the shopping. Next is the no intermediators. By using the e-commerce, there is a no intermediator, means the individual persons or the customers directly contact to the particular company for buying and for selling the particular product. So no intermediator is there. Next one is the public services. So many type of public services is available by using the e-commerce. Suppose we are taking the example of public health care and many more other service that can be available, or we can perform the task of that public services by using the e-commerce. Next one is the disadvantages of the e-commerce. So the first disadvantages of the e-commerce is setup cost. So ultimately, if you want to done or if you want to work on the e-commerce, you should have to install the setup of that particular. Suppose we are taking the example of the Zoom meeting. So for the Zoom meeting, we should have to require the smart or Android phone or the laptop or the desktop. Again in that there should be the internet connection, and again internet connection you should have to that Zoom app with you, then and then only we can connect to each other for the lecture. Again if we will take the example of the Flipkart, you want to purchase something by using the Flipkart, the first requirement of your is you should have to install the Flipkart app into your mobile or your desktop. So ultimately the setup cost is required whenever you want to do the e-commerce. Next is the physical presence. So ultimately when you go for the e-commerce, the physical presence is not there. If the physical presence is not there, so ultimately sometimes we suffered a loss. For this we will take one example. If you go or if you want to purchase the clothes by using the e-commerce, so ultimately by using the images or by observing the particular image, we purchase the particular jewelry or the clothes, but when that is delivered to us, so ultimately they are not similar like their image, because of we are not touching to that particular jewelry or that particular cloth, so we cannot touch it, we cannot feel it. So this is the drawbacks. Next one is the security. Again it is very important. when we done the electronics transaction, our 20 more than 40% data or 40% security is saved, or security code is saved with that particular organization or that particular company. If the any attack is held on that particular company, so there is a possibility to lost our data, or there is a possibility to lost our security measures which we provide to the particular company while making of the payments. Next one is the goods delivery. By using the e-commerce, we cannot get the products or the delivery of product on the same time. We should have to wait for it, because of there is some particular day, or after the period of that delivery days we can get the delivery. So ultimately we cannot get the instant delivery of the product. So these are the advantages, these are the disadvantages of e-commerce. First one is the setup cost, physical presence, security, goods delivery. Next is the e-commerce trade cycle. So what is meant by the trade cycle? So the trade cycle, it is nothing but the series of exchange between customer and the supplier. So whatever the series or whatever the task is performed while the commerce or while the selling and buying product. So we can see there is a 4 phases in the e-commerce. The first is the pre-sale, execution, settlement and the after sale. We will see one by one. The first phase is nothing but the pre-sale. So the pre-sale is consist of search and negotiate. So for this whole activity, we are taking the example of buying the mobile phone using the e-commerce. Okay, we are taking the example, we want to buy a mobile phone by using the e-commerce. So now we are we are taking the example of the pre-sale. In that pre-sale, our first phase is search. Now you want to purchase or you want to buy a new mobile phone. So whatever the configuration, whatever the camera size that is fixed into your mind, and now you are searching according to that. This type of 20 pixels and this type of mobile configuration I require. You are searching according to that, and multiple result is come in front of you. Okay, so this task is performed in the search phase. Now whatever your requirement, according to your requirement, you are putting into that search engine of that particular website, and after your requirements means whatever the requirement gather that search engine display result in front of you, and that result is nothing but the search. So here your search is over. The next phase is negotiate. So negotiate means actually if you like the particular phone, then you are going the detail of that particular. So what is the cost of that? Okay, so the cost is nothing but the same configuration mobile is available with the less price than which is displayed by the particular image. Now what is your next task? You are comparing, suppose you are comparing the mobile phone of the Samsung whose having the price is 9,000, which is satisfied your all the expectation. If you compare that with another company, then the cost of that mobile is the 8,000, some is the 8,500, some is the 7,000. So ultimately this phase is called as the negotiate. Next is the pre-sales is now done. Next is the execution. Now you like the mobile, you get the configuration, now you are happy with the particular price, and now you want to place the order. Okay, so in execution phase you are placing the order or you are giving the order. When you place the order, so ultimately there is a whatever the means your order is done, then there is a one format that you should have to write down, place the order. So you are placing the order, and after that the delivery status, where that order should be available or where you can that products available with the address. So at that time you should have to fill with the delivery option. So all these two, order and the delivery, comes under the execution phase. After that the next phase is the settlement phase. In the settlement phase there is the invoice and the payment. So invoice is nothing but whatever the total amount of your order or whatever the GST, whatever the tax and whatever the offers, all contains in the invoice. So we can call it is the receipt of your order. So you can see that, and that process is called as the invoice. Next one is your payment, means the mode of payment, if that is the cash on delivery or your credit card, debit card, bank transfer, Google Pay. So this kind of option is available in your settlement phase, and that is nothing but your payment. So when the payment activity is done, so next is you can, the product is delivered to you, and when the product is delivered to you, again there is a multiple option, means if that is the product is, suppose you are purchasing the mobile, so again there is a guarantee and the warranty period is also available with that. So that is come under the after sale activity. After sale means if after getting your particular product, whatever the guarantee and the warranty period, again if you not like the product, you can resubmit that product into the particular company within whatever the days allocated by the same. Everybody getting the e-commerce trade cycle? It is very important. E-commerce trade cycle basically consists of the 4 phases. First phase is the pre-sale, then the execution, settlement and the after sale. The pre-sale is consist of search, negotiate. Execution is consist of order and the delivery. Settlement is consist of invoice payment, and the after sale is consist of whatever the guarantee and the warranty is available for that particular product. Next is the mode of payment. Now the lots of option is available with us if we go by using the e-commerce. So we can use the banking cards, then your multiple UPI, mobile wallet, then your mobile banking, Google Pay, means the lots of payment option is available with us. Next is your, we will see one by one, credit card. So credit card is the way by using that we can make a payment. Next one is the mobile payments like your Google Pay, then your UPI, then your Paytm. In this way we can make a payment to the particular company. Then the bank transfer is also available. We should have to add that particular bank details into our bank, then and then only we can make or we can share the payment with them. Then the e-wallet is nothing but if you are having the some vouchers and you are having the some coupons is available of the particular website, so you can utilize that. So these type of modes of payment is again available with us. Next is the forms of e-commerce. So the forms of e-commerce is nothing but mobile commerce. So the e-commerce is done, mobile commerce means by using the mobile devices we can sell and buy products. So mobile devices like your tab, your mobile phone, by using that if we sell and buy the product, that is called as the mobile commerce. By using the handheld devices we are performing the commerce, we can sell and buy the product, and that process is called as the m-commerce or the mobile commerce. Next one is your social commerce. So by using the social website, if we are placing or if we can done a commerce, if we sell and buy product by using the social website. So for this purpose I can give you the one of the best example of your Facebook or your Instagram. So the Facebook and the Instagram, their pages is contain some advertisement into your main page. If we like that particular product, if the 60% offer is available and that is displayed on your Facebook page, so ultimately we are click on that, and if we like, then we can make the e-payment or we can done the e-commerce, and that is called as the social commerce. Next form of e-commerce is nothing but the electronics data interchange. So electronics data interchange, here you can see the example. This is the 2 different business companies, and these 2 different company is exchanging their data by using the electronic devices or by using the internet. So there is a no paper use is here, means paperless work is done. So one company wants to send a tender to this, so this company is again sending reply to this by using the internet. So all these activity is done by using the internet. It is called as the electronic data interchange. So whatever the data this wants to exchange with this, they can do it is by using the internet. and it is called as the electronic data interchange. So we will stop here. Next part we will see in the next lecture.